You're listening to the Cool CLE Show.
Happy Halloween! You're listening to the Cool CLE Show, brought to you by CoolCleveland.com, putting you in touch with the cool events, people, news, and neighborhoods in the Cleveland region. This week we have a positively ghoulish episode planned for you, super scary music from local independent bands, and details on a frightfully fun flea market featuring Goth Yoga. Our suitably spooky background music is courtesy of Cleveland's Nox Arcana, music for creatures of the night. You can visit their website at noxarcana.com for more information and how to get your hands on this track, Labyrinth of Dreams, and other Gothic creations. Here's some All Hallows Eve events that I think should be on your calendar. Join the Cleveland History Center for a spooktacular set of events October 23rd through the 31st. Daily Halloween fun including haunted hay mansion tours, trick-or-treat treasure hunts, and carousel rides. There's a Halloween shindig happening October 25th with local bands Front Porch Lights, Poro, Jay Fernandez, and Alexa Gray. Doors open at 7 p.m. The Agora puts on a Disco of the Dead on October 26th. Wanyama, Manic Focus, Golf Clap, and many others are slated for this Halloween rager. You can join the Crawford Park Astronomy Club as they share their knowledge and telescope skills to view the night sky. Events on October 27th and November 24th. You can call 419-683-9000 for more information. Vegan and Vegetarian Singles of Cleveland are hosting a fundraiser for Ashtabula's Lhasa Sanctuary on October 27th at the Bottle House Brewery in Lakewood. Lhasa Sanctuary's mission is to promote vegan living through education and providing shelter to animals in need. October 28th is the Blackbrook Audubon Society hosting its monthly bird walk at Chagrin River Park at the Reeves Road parking lot in Willoughby. Beginner and experienced birders are welcome. The program is free, but you do need to bring your own binoculars. Now through to October 28th is the Pioneers Fall Fear Fest. All you fear is at Pioneer, from the Trail of Terrors to the Cabin of Carnage. Experience hours of creepy creatures, zombies, laughs, and scares at their Fall Fear Fest. You can enjoy food and beer and arcades. This is all at the Pioneer Waterland and Dry Fun Park in Chardon. On October 31st, local rock bands Molorilla, King Boo, and the Venus Flytraps are at the Coda. The Cleveland Area Paranormal Society hosts an All Hallows Eve seance at the House of Wills. It is not for the faint of heart, they say. 18 plus only, and tickets are required. That's on October 31st. And these guys, the Scenic Route from Canton, will be at Iggy's Bar in Lakewood on October 26th. You can snag a copy of its EP, Ghosts, and some cash prizes for best costume. And here they are, the Scenic Route with Same Old Ghosts.
This house is haunted by the ghosts of my mistakes, and I am surrounded
That was the Scenic Route from Canton with Same Old Ghost. You can see them live on the 26th at Iggy's Bar. Now, before we hear about Goth Yoga, here's some music from a Columbus band, Damn the Witch Siren. This duo is making a name for themselves with some catchy club music that they like to call witch rock. See what I did there? In February of this year, they released a full-length album called Red Magic, and here's a track off that called Wild Child.
But I can't handle this, knock me out. Girl looking so scandalous, walking in the room, looking like a dream, got me thinking about peaches and scream, peaches and scream, peaches and scream, peaches and scream, peaches and scream. Walking in the room, looking like a dream, got me thinking about peaches and scream, 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 peaches and scream.
Who am I anymore? She checked my pulse and I told her to see, 'cause she said, are you anymore? Told her I wasn't sure about the ether, so he took my hand 'cause she wanted to dance and I couldn't say no. Such a lonely girl on the street and she wanted to rock and roll, so I got her down on my knees and said I love you. Watch
That was Damn the Witch Siren with Wild Child off its album Red Magic, which you can download off its Bandcamp. They'll be in the area on November 17th at the Buzzbin in Canton. All right, there's a very cool holiday event happening in Cleveland this year on October 28th. It's the Halloween Flea, put on by the Black Market, Buckland Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, and Dark Art and Craft. And they've got a really neat aspect to this year's Halloween Flea. It's Goth Yoga. And we have its teacher with us, Trish Metzger. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So I've heard of goat yoga. I've heard of cat yoga. But I've never heard of goth yoga. What's this? What's inspired you to create this alternative?
When I started teaching, I got connected with Emma, who owns the Black Market, and saw that she did things like punk yoga and her Doom Yasa, which is like a doom and drone kind of meditation class. And we started talking, and we both kind of put our heads together, and I was part of like a dance horror cabaret group. I was doing all this other stuff that was kind of along the same lines, and we decided to just start doing some yoga to goth music and called it Goth Yoga and just ran with it.
So how does it differ? Is the pace of the flow different? What sort of stuff do you do in the classes?
It's always different. Thank you. Sorry, it's always different. But typically it's an all levels flow, and I usually end with a long shavasana, and we just have tons of different goth music. Sometimes I do different themes, like we had a Susie and the Banshees theme.
Nice.
I did a Joy Division themed yoga as well. So yeah, and then at the end, I kind of put on some spooky, creepy, musical sounds and let everybody just relax in the shavasana. I typically light a bunch of candles. We have incense, so the setting's very intimate and relaxing, and it always ends up really nice.
So people looking for an alternative that's tired of those Tibetan singing bowls and waterfall sounds.
Exactly.
They can don some eyeliner, and so I'm assuming wearing black or anything like that's not like a prerequisite to come to the class. It's just
absolutely not, but it's welcome. So yeah, I've honestly heard. I have a lot of beginning males that come to the class, and a lot of other people who are heavily modified and tattooed, lots of piercings, gauged ears, things like that. And they've actually told me that they never really felt that comfortable going to a typical yoga studio. They would get like a lot of weird looks or stares that made them just feel unwelcomed.
Yeah.
So this was kind of a place for them to get started, and oftentimes a lot of them have actually said that they've ventured out and went to different studios and everything because it kind of built their confidence and made them more comfortable with beginning and things like that. So
it's so true. It's so true, especially with something like yoga where people feel like, oh, I'm not really stretchy. I don't really know the poses. So that's great to hear that with this, you've got kind of a more welcoming environment, and that's really cool. So if people can't make the October 28th, because it is weather permitting, you do other classes at the Black Market. Is that on Wednesday nights?
yes, every Wednesday night from 7 to 8, and it is just a $10 drop-in. And like I said, all of October, I'm doing candlelit. So every single class will have the candlelight feel to it. And I'm incorporating some meditation at the end before Shavasana.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Trish, for telling us about it. I can't wait to try one of your classes. It sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Thank you so much for having me on.
Now we've got another band from Canton. It's called Night Goat. They describe its music as a throwback, a dirge, Unsane meets Sonic Youth. You can catch them at the Buzzbin on October 30th in Canton, along with Detroit's Child Bite. Here's a track from them called Suture Me. And that's it for this week. Big thanks to Trish Metzger for coming on the show to talk Goth Yoga. Make sure you catch her class at the 4th annual Halloween Flea Market and Art Fair on October 28th. That's happening from 12 to 6 p.m. at Now That's Class and the Winchester. And also big thanks to the Scenic Route, Damn the Witch Siren, Nox Arcana, and Nightgo for all their spooktacular music. Have a safe and happy Halloween. You've been listening to the Cool CLE Show, brought to you by CoolCleveland.com. Have a good one.